first deployment with the National Guard was Iraq. After the deployment, reacclimating back to like everything that's going on at home, it took a while.
When Daniel Stovall returned from combat, he had trouble sleeping, nightmares, and head migraines. And at first, he didn't feel comfortable getting help, but then thankfully he ran into a friend who pointed him in the right direction. LA County Veterans Services Organizations. Joining me now with more on how we all can help those who have served as we honor our veterans is Jim Zenner. He's the director of the LA County Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Thank you so much for your service, and thank you for being with us tonight.
My pleasure, Alex. Thanks for having me.
You served nearly 8 years in the Army. Can you just briefly tell us about your own experience transitioning back to civilian life here in Southern California and the challenges that you faced?
Sure, absolutely. So I served my first 4 years active duty, and my family and I transitioned down to LA to get into school. My wife was going to finish up her degree at UCLA, and I was going to USC. And so, I didn't have any family down here. She didn't have any family down here. And, I had all this anger that, I just wasn't aware of what was going on with me. I thought it was everybody else around me. And my wife and kids are wondering what's going on and what's different. And, without the lack of family support down here, things just started falling apart, and slept in my car 4 weeks, got into a transitional program, housing program with the VA as I finished up my master's degree at USC, and, went right to work helping fellow vets that were in the same situation as me. And that was really a big part of my recovery plan. The organization that housed me when I was homeless turned around and gave me a job to help fellow veterans like myself. And that was probably the biggest boost I had in my transition that was really healthy.
It's a really remarkable story, and thank you for sharing it with us. And I have to say, it's also a familiar story, right? So many veterans face these challenges, but what a lot of them share is that they don't know where to go or if they're eligible for anything. Can you kind of walk us through what services are out there in our region and who qualifies for them?
Yeah, so our largest partner obviously is the Veterans Administration. There's several parts to Veterans Administration. There's the healthcare side, the benefits side, and then the National Cemetery side. And so, if you served 2 years or more, and you have a general under honorable or honorable, or maybe you have a other than honorable, and you don't know if you qualify for the VA, I would say the first step is really walking into a hospital and really VA hospital close to you, and really kind of seeing if you're eligible, and starting off with getting healthcare, getting squared away. Right now, the VA is looking to do toxic screening on those of us that spent time in a war zone and were submitted to burn pits or Agent Orange, things like that. So it's a good time to go in and get checked up healthcare wise. And then, we really want to see you down at Patriotic Hall. That's where our headquarters are for county. We have veteran service reps that can sit down with you, review your file, talk to you about federal benefits that you're able to attain, as well as state benefits like home loan, fee waiver for your kids. A lot of veterans, fellow veterans that we run into, you have to a lot of times talk them into taking advantage of the benefits that they earn through their honorable service. And the biggest one that we lead with is really that fee waiver. School prices are going up, and as veterans, we get trained to not think about ourselves, to think about our unit, think about others. So oftentimes we'll talk to veterans and just let them know, hey, if you're not willing to do it for yourself, do it for your kids, do it for your family. Get those benefits and get them some free school.
You mentioned the physical health examinations. I know there's also great concern about mental health. One study from LA County found a 16% increase in veteran suicide from 2017 to 2018. And I know that motivated by that research, a couple of months ago, LA County launched a veteran suicide review team. Can you tell us a little bit about this initiative and how it's working out so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super proud of the work that the Board of Supervisors put us to work on. The Veteran Suicide Review Team is first of its kind in the state. There's only a few across the country in different counties. And basically, it's a partnership between our medical examiner office, Department of Mental Health, Department of Public Health, Office of Violence Prevention, and really an unprecedented partnership with Vision 22, which covers Southern California, New Mexico, and Arizona regions of the VA. So all the hospitals that exist in those areas. And really what happens is the medical examiner takes a look at all the suicide decedents for the year, and they give that information to the VA. They verify veteran status, and then we reach out to the next of kin. If they give us permission to share information, then that information goes out to, we have over 12 county departments that participate in this, the VA, the state, and local organizations that'll take that information, go back, see, what exists in their systems related to the individual who died by suicide. And we're really looking for trends. In other parts of the county or country rather, what they found was, veterans were giving their animals up to the local animal care and control centers. And so what they did is they targeted a lot of training, a lot of resources to intercept individuals that, were going to the animal care and control, and the staff would screen them, ask them questions around suicide, and then if they did screen positive, get them into help. And that's really kind of some of the work that we're setting out to do as a county and really as a state. There is a initiative at the state level called the California Veteran Healthcare Initiative, and they're looking to do more of what we've started to do here in LA County.
It's such important work, and I'm so grateful that you've taken time out tonight to speak with us about it. Jim Zenner, thank you so much once again.
My pleasure, Alex. Thank you.